Yeah. Again, I just wanted to apologize for this past week and a half. I know. Yeah, just been doing a lot of thinking. Just been doing a lot of just kind of soul searching and dealing with all of these things, and I just kind of realized that there's just so much I have to learn and so much growing up I had to do, and I realized all of this while I was watching TV in my fort. What's up, all you gamers, YouTubers, and Roughnecks out there? It's your boy Dale Rico, and it's time for Rico's Roughnecks. Man, it has been a while since I've actually gotten a video to you, aside from yesterday's update, and I'm still kind of reveling in what kind of topic I should talk about today, because it is Thursday, and I feel like a lot of people are embracing this kind of Throwback Thursday, Flashback Friday, so I wanted to kind of talk about something from my past. I definitely would. I do want to kind of talk about the things that I've been kind of thinking about and going over the past week and a half that I haven't been doing these videos and just kind of keeping to myself. But I will save that for another time. As far as today, though, I've been past actually more recently, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I went on this just started browsing, and I started looking up things called DCI and WGI, like the best of kind of things. And what DCI and WGI stand for: WGI is Winter Guard International, and DCI is Drum Corps International. Now, if you're not a part of they call it the sport of the arts, and if you're not a part of that world, it's kind of definitely not going to be familiar to you. So I'll kind of break it down. It is basically the sport of the arts means marching. It's all about marching bands, marching percussion, marching, and color guard. It has that has played a major role in my life. It has been very inspiring. It's been very educational. I learned a lot while I was on there, especially about kind of just being a team, being a unit, being a family. Um, the music that I learned, the rudimentary skill level that I've built up over the years. I've been playing percussion and music for about almost 20 years now. I started when I was actually over 20 years. Actually, I started when I was 8, and of course they all give you like the little plastic recorders, and you kind of learn the notes. I picked the scales really quickly when I was young. So when I was in third grade, they because I had picked and because I had picked it up so because I had picked it up so quickly, the teacher was like, "Would you like to try a clarinet? It's kind of the same thing, a little bit more function to the instrument, and it's a different tactic as far as how you breathe into it and get the sound out." But I was excited. I was like, "Yeah, sure," and so I gave it a shot. I played for probably the last semester in that school year. But because I was an asthmatic growing up, I kind of worried about, would I be able to breathe? Would I be able to handle this kind of instrument? And I made the switch when I was 9. I wanted to play drums, percussion, and never looked back. And it was just it was an amazing decision, amazing choice, and I definitely, I definitely loved every bit of it. Um, so yeah, as I progressed through elementary school, through junior high, and through high school, I got more and more into marching percussion, more specifically, obviously the drum line. And when you get to that level, like after you graduate high school, you can actually pursue it further, not with college, but there are independent groups out there that have these units, and you pay a certain enrollment fee, and you go pretty much all around the world and you compete. Now with DCI, with Drum Corps International, it's more of a um, summer fall kind of circuit, and then WGI, obviously Winter Guard International, is more in the winter. So you can have this full whole year of just marching, performing, and just touring all around the world, and it's just an amazing not only a function to be a part of, but to watch and spectate as well. I mean, they put on these massive productions. If you want to check it out, go to YouTube, look up DCI or WGI and best of shows, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And they just have some amazing things to go about. But so the things that I was watching were The couple of the shows were called. There was a Father Ryan high school, and they had this show called "Don't Try This at Home," and basically they were like in these Evil Knievel jumpsuits, and they were doing all these stunts that when I was in high school you would just never think to do. They were jumping around, standing on their drums. They were doing these flips. They got tied down to this little bracket and started wheeling them around. It was just insane. And me, from a musical aspect, the technical, like, I listen to all the notes. I make sure I can hear if the drum line is like in sync and together, or clean as we call it. And it was just amazing. And then once you get to the more professional, that's not high school, and the upper levels of talent, upper levels of age and whatnot, it gets even more elaborate. It gets I don't even know how to describe it. It's just, you can see the big transition between each one. So anyway, I've been watching a lot of these videos, and I feel like those are like the best times of my life, spending with the drumline and being a part of that family and unit, because we were so close. I remember even my teacher, I think it was during my junior year, my teacher left for a little bit. He went to actually go work for Midway Games, started writing music for those, and then when he came back, he had this like kind of a speech, and it's like, I missed you guys kind of thing. And one of the things he commented on was, the thing I miss the most is just how close you guys are. I mean, he's like, I never had a group this close. You guys are always, such good friends. You guys go out. I mean, we hung out all the time. We went to movies. We hung out at each other's houses, sleepovers, whatever. And it was just a great time. And that's part of the Throwback Thursday that I'm kind of reveling in right now. Ooh, excuse me, sorry. Still fighting this little cold that I have building up, and last night definitely didn't help that I couldn't fall asleep till like 5 in the morning. But anyway, so yeah, I've just been kind of thinking about all these memories and just kind of drumline anecdotes, and the best one that I can think of, it was the it was the 2001 fall marching season. And it was on our home turf. It was at my home high school, and it was a competition called the Golden State Tournament of Bands. And obviously Golden State means California, and you have bands everywhere. Union City, from Reedley, from Sacramento, from all the way down south in Los Angeles, Riverside. It's a huge deal. And that night, our theme was Medusa, and actually, if you want, I have the video posted up with my musical performances. So if you want to take a look, go ahead. I'll even leave a description in the comment section, or around the comment section below. But it's called Medusa. It was 2001, and anyway, we performed, and it was just one of the most hyped up performances. I mean, the crowd was, when you're in such a in that kind of performance venue, and when I was down in the field, I just remember that there was a certain section right before, like, everybody stands up and cheers at the end. Of course, everybody's like, yeah, good job, whatever. But in the middle of performance, when the crowd gets up and cheers and applauds and just kind of roars with the either the visual, the music, or whatever it was that the group did as a unit, it just gets your adrenaline pumping. And I just remember that night that the crowd was going several minutes before we ended our program, and I just remember getting so amped up right before the end, and it was an amazing feeling. And then we marched off the field. We kind of relaxed or whatever. We were one of the last groups to go on, and so we didn't get out of our uniforms, and we just kind of marched back to the field and to watch the award ceremonies. And they're calling out all the numbers. 5th place, or I think we had 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and they get up to the 4th place, and we don't hear our name being called, and we're like, all right, we got top 3. third place, this school, second place, this school. And we're like, oh my god, did we get first place? Holy crap. This is amazing. And they called first place, and it was another school other than us. And I remember we were just kind of looking at ourselves like, what did we do? Did we get disqualified? Like, they just called off every other school. We did not hear our name. I don't understand what happened. And in these, when there's such a huge venue like this, they break it down into 4 categories. There's A, AA, AAA, and 4A. And now, because they have even more schools and bigger schools, they have 5A. But so back then they had 4A, and they went all the way through 3A, which was my school's bracket, and then they went to the 4A, for 5th place, for 4th, 3rd, 1st, and we're listening like, oh my god, we got disqualified because we did not hear our school's name, and we were just kind of. I remember I was looking at the girl that I was with at the time, and I'm panicking like, how could this have happened? We just had the performance of a lifetime. I mean, we rocked it, and they're not calling anybody. So they go through 3rd A, they go through 4th A, and then they go, before we get into sweepstakes. Now, sweepstakes is like the grandmaster of all awards. That's saying that, well, it's just the most prestigious award of the event. So before they go, now before the announcers go, now before we get into sweepstakes, let's get into caption awards. Now, caption awards are all the awards in between, rather than just it's like the Oscars. You have your best actor, you have your best picture, best supporting actor, best supporting actress. You have all of those, and then all the little accessory awards like best lighting, best screenplay, best sound effects, sound engineering, costumes. Those would be like the caption awards for this kind of event. So they're going, so they say, before we get into the sweepstakes, let's go to the caption awards. Now, this school, they got best music, they got best marching, they got best percussion, they've got best color guard, they got best everything. Or actually all but one, and I don't remember what that single one. I know we got general effect, because general effect we had coming out of our ass. I mean, we just sold that theme to death. But anyway, we lost one category. I don't remember what it was, and maybe it was color guard, because truth be told, our color guard wasn't all that strong. Sorry if you sorry all of you, those of you that went to high school with me, you know better. And everything else is always strong. Our color guard is usually weakest link. But anyway, that being said, they won every single caption but one, and they announced the winner of that school who won the only caption award. And then they name our high school. They name our high school to have won every single caption, and then they go, and now the sweepstakes also goes to, and it was our high school. And everybody was cheering around me, but I just sat there with my jaw hitting the ground like, holy crap. Like, sweepstakes goes to the 4A and 5A schools. They go to, there was one school, actually, I don't even know if they were there, but there's a couple of schools, Mission Viejo, Bayer High School, Logan High School, Clovis West High School. These were schools that were just the best of the best. They always got at least top 3, and one of them always gets sweepstakes, and we got sweepstakes, and I was just in awe. I could not believe it at all. Again, I didn't stand up or cheer or anything. Everybody else was cheering around me. I was just so caught up in that notion that we actually beat these schools. And I remember looking over at my girlfriend like, oh my god, that was us? And of course, afterward, I stood up, hugged her. I think I probably kissed her and everything. And that was just like I want to say a fairy tale moment, but it was just amazing. We we were the for a brief moment in time, we were the best in the state. And then even a couple weeks later, when we went down to a Southern California, kind of the same kind of competition, I believe it was in Orange County. It was called the Orange County Classic or something. We did the same thing. We beat the top school in percussion, and we actually got this gold plaque and this it's called a drumming practice pad. It had five different drums on it, which are known as quads, and it had a little gold plate. It had our high school inscription on there, and we won again. And it was just an amazing all around year. And just watching all these DCI and WGI shows, it really made me want to get back into it. So I think I want to start writing music again. Winter drums has always been a very a heavy kind of, I want to say, a weight on my mind. It's just always been something that I wanted to see come alive. I have a lot of ideas as far as themes, choreography, and music, and I think I'm gonna start getting back to it. And I have a couple of shows that have been just kind of on the back burner while I've done school and while I've been at work and everything. So yeah, that's my journey. Not sure what else to say about it, but again, definitely check it out for yourselves. It's an awesome show. It's an awesome venue to watch, and if you ever get a chance to see it live, I totally recommend it. The top schools for the fall marching stuff would probably be like Santa Clara Vanguard, the Cavaliers, the Blue Devils, Concord Blue Devils. I'm sure a lot of people have heard those, even without being a part of the this kind of art circuit. And then as far as WGI goes, there was, I want to say, Matrix Percussion. Father Ryan High School. Look that up on YouTube. Definitely worth seeing. But anyway, as you can see, I'm out of time. Man, that was a long rant about music and all the things that I did in high school. But hope you enjoyed yourself. Have a good day on this Throwback Thursday. Leave a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Peace.
Would you like to know more?